All right, and welcome to the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Welcome to the High School Game of the Week. As you can see, little MACLAY Chiles action going forward here tonight. Of course, the boys going to get us rolling. It's the second half of the doubleheader here for the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Andrew Joop, James Ward, Walter Weaver bringing you the action here today. The MACLAY Marauders, depending on the metrics that you use, if you follow the state rankings, number 31, so they're on the fringe of the top 25 of the 590 teams in the state. They are a super dangerous bunch, of course, led by head coach Eli Granger. 17-3, MACLAY coming into this matchup. They're a fun brand to watch. They got it going on, man. And, of course, over on the other side, CHILES Timberwolves, 12-8. Of course, a tough 1-5 start for them this season. But, of course, a great bounce back that they've had so far here this season. Of course, 11-3 in their last 14 matchups. Both MACLAY and CHILES 11-3 over the last 14 matchups as we get ready here for the national anthem. There you go, your national anthem coming through here from CHILES High School. Of course, the battle of the north side. Don't sleep on this rivalry between MACLAY and CHILES. It's not just the big public schools. It's not just the private schools that got rivalries. Of course, the visitors coming here for MACLAY, Colin McAllister, and number 1. Then coming in number 13, Sawyer Stone, the former CHILES Timberwolf, the big Blaze Wallace, absolute monster. He's averaging over 20 a game. Number 23, Ezekiel Podgorski. And, of course, the guard, 24, Michael Grant, a distributor here for the MACLAY Marauders. They'll be wearing all blue Duke vibes to these MACLAY Marauder uniforms as they get rocking and rolling. They're an excitable bunch. They are ready for showtime. They will go high up tempo, and they can go viral with an open floor. Look out for the Tomahawks, looking for some above the rim play. It's going to run through number 15. Over on the other side here for the CHILES Timberwolves, of course, MACLAY Marauders led by Eugene Granger. Eli Phillips on the other side, number 0, Jake Easterling. He's the do-it-all senior. Mr. Calm, Cool, and Collected Composure. Number 1, Isaiah Bunbridge. And we have a fantastic turnout here. The CHILES section go with the camo night. Like we said, north side rivalry going to be played out here. Number 3, Kellen Quiggins. Slick player in his own right is number 3, the senior. And number 20, fellow senior power forward, Miles Roberts. And then, of course, number 22, 6'2", Davis McNeely, point guard. He's a scrappy junkyard dog, we're told. And, of course, he'll be one of the guys helping out defensively against this big MACLAY Marauder lineup. 6'7", Blaze Wallace, 6'4", Podorski, 6'4" Jamal Brown. We may see him later, but a big-time matchup here tonight. Should be a fantastic showcase. Here we have out this evening between Chiles and MACLAY. Apologize there for the little camera glitch as we have our first score of the game here to the visitors on the free throw attempt there by Podgorski, excuse me. 2 for 2 from the stripe. Visitors early advantage. 1-2-2 pressure coming here at three-quarter court from MACLAY. Chiles able to pass out of it. Here comes the trap. Movement coming around the horn. Quiggins, turn around. Triple from straight away. Budridge, no go. Fantastic atmosphere here tonight. It's the most full I've ever seen the Chiles gym here for a basketball game. MACLAY bringing the showtime to the stadium. Triple on the far side. Podgorski, my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get it right if he keeps doing that. 5-0 here for Podgorski. Ezekiel taking the paint, kick on out, triple. Easterling with the match. Look out. Raining threes here early, one each way. Timberwolves, of course, kept with MACLAY for the first half, but the Marauders pulled away big time in the second half of their previous matchup, 72-48. Rattles at home. MACLAY off to a quick start, scoring early and often. Here comes three-quarter court action. Chiles able to pass out of it. Swung around to Quiggins. On around here. Good fake. Easterling, does he have another one? Off the mark. Good rebound underneath by Michael Grant. Blaze Wallace in transition. The big 6'7" man tries to go through the legs. Good team defense there by the Timberwolves. They'll come away with it. Deflected ball is going to go out into the MACLAY student section. Looking pretty dapper are the Marauders here today. Marauders, excuse me. Shirt and ties on display. Good section there, all up in the face of Kellen Quiggins here as he gets us restarted. Great rivalry atmosphere going on here early. Over the top pass there, McNeely. Cycled around is Quiggins. McNeely, pressure thrown on over into the corner, the senior Easterling. Cross-court pass, deep three from Quiggins. Oh, front rim doesn't go. McNeely fighting after it. Wallace underneath, and he is fouled. So we got a little hold up here as Easterling comes over here, gets a little rip of Pedialyte here from his teammate. That's a teammate right there. Wyatt Campbell, number 10, handed him out. Coach Eli Granger, of course, always well dressed. He's got the blazer, suit pants, nice jacket going over here from MACLAY. His Marauders been looking nice this season. 17-3 coming to this. Oh, Lob City! It's a throwdown! The assist from McAllister. And they left the back door open, taking care of business. And that's, of course, what we talked about. Showtime, the Marauders. Nasty throw down on the backside. Woo! Look out. We told you. Don't be surprised. Glad you're ready to keep this one rolling, man. Telling you, that MACLAY Florida High game must have been an instant classic. Earlier this season, 64-62. By, I think, everybody's count, those are the top two teams here in the Big Bend. Wallace and McAllister, a little 2-on-2 triple from the far side, doesn't go. Blaze Wallace underneath. Put back, doesn't go. But he'll have an opportunity to take care of business from the free throw stripe. Like we said, Wallace averaging almost a double-double a game. 20.2 points per game, 9.3 rebounds per game. As we can see, the MACLAY Marauder hands getting loud and proud. Here as Wallace settles in, tries to get on the score sheet, and does. Double digits here for Wallace and the Marauders. Substitution coming in, Wyatt Campbell here in for Isaiah Bundridge. And you can feel it's going to be a battle. There is a lot of palpable energy here in the gymnasium tonight. MACLAY and Chiles, we told you not to sleep on this rivalry. One of the best teams in 3A. I believe they're ranked 9th in 3A against one of the big powers that we have here, bigger schools with Chiles, who's looking to lock up a district home game, something they haven't done in quite some time. Coach Phillips wants a timeout. Here as they take a break here, wants the full timeout. And we're going to jump out with them here, Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Come right on back. And we're back here from Chiles High School, getting ready to rock and roll. It's MACLAY, and it is Chiles. Battle of the North Side. This is a rivalry. Hard, intense game. So far here, of course, the Jake Easterlin three-pointer has Chiles on the board, but the MACLAY tempo, a little above the rim play. They've been fun to watch. Their build is a Showtime basketball program. Consistent, well-coached, not shying away from pressure, but they've got a little flair to them. And they're a fun squad to behold here. Of course, we've seen it already with the throwdown, the lob set play, alley-oop. Here going, of course, the press, the defense, active hands. This was a young group who's played together for quite some time. And so they are ready for the stage. They are playing together. And they have a good young core who's been in the MACLAY program that you see. Big senior class. All those typically add up to a pretty healthy basketball result as I count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seniors on this MACLAY roster. As we resume the action here, McNeely on the bounce, guarded by guarded by Sawyer Davis. Handoff coming here, slips through, give underneath, tries to draw the contact, bucket, and the foul. MACLAY did need a basket. Fantastic play, Dominique Wilson. And they say basket does not go. There's a little confusion. Thought it was going to be an and one call. looked like a charge, and they're going to take the points off the board. That is my mistake. Thought it was a blocking foul. Of course, drawing the pressure, says the referee. So we're all cleaned up back to 10-3 here. So we approach the midway point of this opening quarter. Been a fun one. Easterland and the Timberwolves come away with the takeaway. Nice little cross, thought about it. Open man McNeely on the wing. Little prodding dribble back to the calming senior Easterling. Over to Kellen Quiggins. Little left-handed dribble. Little step back on Davis. Back rim doesn't go. Good crashing rebound there by McAllister. Swung on over to the wing. To Michael Grant. Cross-court pass to Blaze Wallace. Now down to the block. Emery Redrip. Triple from the far side. Doesn't go. Easterling with the board. So it's Easterling, Quiggins, who now has the ball. McNeely, Wilson, Campbell, your 5 for the Timberwolves. Campbell, fresh off the bench. Triple attempt does not go. McAllister on the break to McClay, who throws it up. Looking for the lob. Wanted Wallace in transition. Couldn't get to go, but he collects the loose ball. Gets it anyways. And Wallace puts it up and in. And he's been in the game for quite some time as McNeely crashes to the board, goes to the court. Jump ball held. McNeely and Davis in the mix there. One each way. We told you it'd be a hard-fought contest. There's a couple substitutions coming in here for the Marauders. Podgorski and Stone back into the mix. Redrip and McAllister will take a seat. So the 5 for the Marauders, while we have them, Michael Grant, Ezekiel Podgorski, Blaze Wallace, Sawyer Stone, and Sawyer Davis. It is a big lineup here. A lot of height here for MACLAY defensively. They're going to come all the way out with an extended 2-3 zone, about 4 feet off the three-point line. Pressure is cumulative, they see. Let's see how Chiles can handle it with a 12-3 ball game right now. Little stop and pop. Wilson from the elbow trying to find his spot. Blaze Wallace with a rebound underneath. And it'll be back to the Marauders. Marauders, of course, in all blue. Chiles in all white. Marauders going right to left in quarter number 1. Chiles the opposite, left to right. Pressure coming here for Chiles. They're going to come home all the way. They're also countering with a 2-3 zone. Wallace goes to the foul line. Extended. Jumper. Good range from the big man. 2 more here for MACLAY. 11-point margin now. Of course, their largest lead of the ball game. We dip down below 2 minutes to play here. Bretton Gilliard, number 11, in for Chiles. He was the new substitute. McNeely, they need it. Doesn't go. Triple from the near side. Podgorski, the good rebound. On over to Davis. Outlet pass here to Wallace. Little hesitation. Double team coming on Wallace. It's tipped, but it stays in the front court. Good rotation. Stone getting a touch. Podgorski swung around. McNeely tries to get after the loose ball. Pass underneath Davis. Good ball movement. Triple from the near side. Side rim doesn't go. Rebound underneath Michael Grant. Turn around, put back, goes. And the football star can do it on the hardwood too. A deuce from Michael Grant. And here comes the 3-quarter pressure. It's going to be led by big Sawyer Stone. And how about facing there? A 6'5" guy leading the press. Underneath, Wilson had to have it. And this time they might get the foul call. And he'll head to the free throw line. So wait, we want to make sure we got it right. It was a basket. He will be heading to the free throw line for an extra free throw. We made the mistake last time, and they're going to let it ride this time. Keep it going, they say. Wilson adds a deuce. Second score on the board here for Chiles. They had to have that one. Free throw here. Get it back to 10-point margin. Just over a minute to go in the opening frame. Off the back square, does not go. Wallace, another rebound. Wallace, I believe, already has 4 rebounds. Outlet pass almost goes a little wayward. Stone, good recovery here. Stone, of course, former Chiles player. Another little chip added to this rivalry here. New substitution number 3, Jalen Crawford in for the MACLAY Marauders. Wallace on the dribble, guarded by McNeely. Look at this zone defense. It's all over the place. McNeely is running around like a junkyard dog. Triple team on Wallace. Can he pass out of it? He does to McAllister. Oh, is it a foul? Jump ball. Fantastic defense there by Wyatt Campbell. Great rotation. And that one-way street quickly turned to a no-way street here. It's going to stay with MACLAY, but fantastic defense by Chiles. Inbound coming here from McAllister. Look for Wallace over top of the rim, almost threw it down off the inbound, off the back square, and that one goes. You guys, they love to play above the rim. Told you these guys are ready for showtime. Here comes the full court trap. Good way to come back. Campbell in transition. Oh, a little Euro step by the big man. Good defensive positioning by Wallace to prevent that one. Podgorski into the front court. McAllister coming over to help. Cross court pass to Wallace. Oh, deep three. Oh, Wallace. Oh, look at the rebound. Beautiful put back there. Jalen Crawford in fantastic position. Buzzer beater does not go. And my goodness, what a fantastic showcase here. Opening quarter of action. MACLAY and Chiles giving us a wild one. Big deficit here. Opened up by the Marauders. We're going to jump out for a quick commercial break. About to get back and rolling here. We get this thing going again. Second quarter on the way, baby. Here from the north side, it's Chiles and MACLAY starting things off as the T-Wolves, so you can hear the PA announcer. Coach Hankinson always does a fantastic job. He's at every school, it seems, doing the PA announcing. Good putback. Dominique Wilson with the deuce. Chiles had to have it. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but you let this one get away, and the MACLAY Marauders can ride off into the sunset. This is one of those dangerous, dangerous teams. Oh, good little turnaround pop there from McAllister. That's a big-time bucket. One that may not make the highlight reel, but that's a solid deuce right there. Back to 15. Takeaway coming here, empty possession, McAllister. My goodness. Two more from McAllister in transition. He's got back-to-back buckets. He's taking over here on the second quarter. He's going to pick up three-quarter court press. He's on Gilliard. It's Gilliard, McNeely, Bundridge, Morgan. This one's tipped away well, and Wilson, the 5 for Chiles, put back underneath. Good bucket there by Breton Gilliard. Two more for Chiles, cuts it back to 15. A little stop and pop underneath. They brought the double Podgorski in the back door. Quick deuce for MACLAY, puts the lead back up to 17. As they continue to roll here, pressure coming, they kick it out to the far side. Bundridge triple for McNeely over the top of the back. That's going to be a dead ball. And here's the 5 for MACLAY, as we have a bunch of substitutions, so we'll try to refresh you here on everybody. Podgorski, McAllister, Grant, Stone, and just as we say that, we're going to get a timeout here, a pause of the action, but a fantastic showcase here for you. MACLAY out to it early, 17-point advantage here from Chiles. But the boys from the north side here, the northernmost school, closest to the Georgia border, here for the Timberwolves, hanging around. It's a junkyard, scrappy team. Of course, we had the opportunity to talk to Coach Phillips during the girls' game, the first half of the doubleheader. Loves their camaraderie and just the way they're coming together. This senior class has been through a ton of adversity. 3 different coaches, a lot of turnover in the program. The senior class started their year with the COVID year. A lot of craziness involved, so a special shout out to these seniors here for the CHILES Timberwolves. They got their senior night coming up here. Ton of seniors on that MACLAY Marauder team too. 10 of them in blue. Over top as we get this one resumed. Michael Grant underneath Blaze Wallace. Almost had it. This one gets poked free. Loose ball. We got a Timberwolf on the court. Diving after that loose ball. It's Wilson. And this possession will stay with MACLAY. Michael Grant to do the inbound. So it's Grant, Podgorski, Wallace, Stone. Triple from Stone. Rattles around, does not go. And McAllister are the 5 here from MACLAY. We'll get you the CHILES 5 in just a moment. Off the back square, does not go from McAllister. Last touch by the Marauders. And this one will go back to CHILES. Quiggins, Bundridge, Easterling, Morgan, and I cannot see the last number over on the far side. Or 21, Wilson. So those are your 5 for CHILES here. Try to feed it down underneath is Morgan. And so Landon Morgan will take the inbound coming here. So once again, Morgan, Easterling, Bundridge, Quiggins, Wilson, 5 for CHILES. Take here with the left hand. Triple on the way by Easterling. He's their most dangerous three-point shooter. Good save on the far side there by Wilson. Another triple. Long rebound. Gets deflected out. Bundridge off the back square. Rattles around. Another jump ball rebound. Last touch by MACLAY right in front of their own bench. And so it'll go back, or it'll stay with CHILES, excuse me. Substitution. Emery Rudrip in for the MACLAY Marauders. Sawyer Stone, the former Timberwolf, will take a seat. Thrown on over the top back to Morgan. And the Quiggins inbound. So CHILES looking to dig into the 17-point deficit. Triple from the far side. Wilson takes it. Easterling almost gets the putback. Clay coming away with the rebound. Wallace, handoff to McAllister over on the far side. He's going to step it back, come near side, good feed, just basic triangle offense there. Wallace, a little strong, tumbling to the floor. Jump ball, good fight there by Michael Grant. I believe that was Wilson also getting involved there to win the jump ball here for CHILES. So Wilson's going to take a seat into the game here. It's Joseph Atala, his first appearance here tonight. Little stop and pop for the free throw line, trying to get to his spot is Easterling. Good shield off by Podgorski. Throws it off, and MACLAY looking to set up shop here. Wallace over on the far side, hounded by Easterling. McAllister now trying to set it up. Spread the court, run a play. See what they have going on. CHILES pressing up front. McAllister spins out of it into the paint. Nice kick to Wallace. A little bit of traffic, but triple from the corner doesn't go. Easterling trying to run the break. He's got Morgan underneath. Easterling going coast to coast. Oh, a little spin off the glass and gets it to go. Double digits for the Timberwolves. They'll cut it back to 15. So a hard-earned bucket there. Spin out of his McAllister. They're going to call a foul here on Quiggins. So McAllister, scrappy, elusive point guard here for MACLAY. He's been fun to watch, a 5'10 senior. Grant going to get the inbound. They want to go Wallace up top. And it's going to be a foul underneath on Joseph Atala. And so to send Wallace to the free throw stripe. And those are one of the ones you might have got caught with it. But maybe better to go ahead and foul, because that is a big momentum play. And that student section from MACLAY over to your back left. Begging to erupt here. The first one doesn't go. Substitution coming in here from MACLAY. Grayson Oberst, number 0, in for the Marauders. as McAllister takes a seat, as does Podgorski. Also into the game is Tristan Lunt, number 11 for the Marauders. Back square doesn't go, 0 for 2. Bundridge corrals the rebound for the Timberwolves. Quiggins will take us up into the front court, shovel over into the corner, thought about, a little step back from Easterling. A little too strong. Atala tried to save this one. But it'll go back to the Marauders underneath. And they look to get it going. Is MACLAY, Michael Grant trying to set it up. As Wallace does well, split the double team. Oh, back door open. Oh, how about the extra pass? Near side, Lunt for the triple. Off the bench. And good for 3 for number 11, Tristan Lunt. And the senior getting in the scoring festivities. One of the 10 seniors. Michael Grant tries to rip down the rebound off of his knee and out of play. Good rip away there by Joseph Atala to help win that Chiles loose ball. And so it'll be Quiggins to get us rolling here from underneath. Shovels it out to Easterling. Trap on the way here. Pressure coming on Bundridge. Back to Easterling. Triple off the mark. Try to poke it free is Morgan, but it'll be out of play. Here and back to the Marauders. So no letdown coming off the bench and into the action for Tristan Lunt. Advertised as a shooting guard. I say that's pretty fair. Coming up here for a quick commercial break. We're going to jump out. Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Chiles MACLAY.
Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted.
And we're back here from Chiles High School. Of course, late second quarter action as we creep up here before halftime. Fun one so far. MACLAY Marauders. The Showtime MACLAY coming aboard here are also already seen a couple throwdowns. And I'm sure the Marauders want some more. 3 minutes and counting here. Largest lead of the game for MACLAY, 18-point differential. Michael Grant, the senior, bringing it up into the front court, over to Wallace. Shoveled on back, swinging around. Everybody getting some touches here. Grant off the dribble, give to Oberst. Up top here, Emery Rudrup on the dribble. A lot of motion coming from MACLAY. Chiles really trying to dig in defensively. Wallace off the take, 6'7" man, all the way from the perimeter underneath. Some hard-earned ones. New largest lead of the game at 20. We're coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the corner. Great trap by MACLAY. Gets a hand on it, does Rudrup. Oberst coming away with the free ball. Oh, Wallace, the triple. Big man from deep. That one does not go. Loose ball rebound is going to go to Kellen Quiggins, one of the seniors here for the Timberwolves. 5'11" man coming away with the Boyd. Easterling take, goes by 4 Marauders. Euro step, and he backhands it with the right. Up and in, good bucket. Gets it to 18 as Chiles now on the big 1-3. So teams inverse scoring here. Looks like a little delay on the scoreboard. They should have 13. So we're going to keep it at 13. As we kick on back here, cycle back around, Oberst, everybody getting some touches. Rudrup, little stop and pop inside the paint, long ball. Good rebound. Oh, good feed underneath. Michael Grant, Bunny doesn't go. Second attempt, foul on that one. So he'll get a trip to the free throw line there as we're just over a minute. And I don't know if they know it should be 13. Oof. Tough sledding for Chiles. I'm 99% sure that it should be 13, but the scoreboard says 11. So we'll go with that official scoring. So take it as you may, but we are going off the official score here in the gymnasium. As we get a little set play coming off for the turnover from Coach Granger. Been a fantastic coach here in the Bend for quite some time at MACLAY. Really built this program up to something special this year. His teams are always composed, pressure. As this one's jarred free, they always have active hands on defense, like right there as that one's blocked. This one comes away with it for Davis. McAllister, it's a 1-on-3, takes it to the cup, off the glass. It does not matter. 2 more here for the Marauders. Scoreboard says 34. I think it should be 33. It should be 33-13. This one's poked free. Transition, McAllister. And it looks like setup took the charge and is. Official scoreboard says 34-11. And we will go with that. .38 and change here to play. A couple substitution coming in for Chiles. Gabe Parks going to give us the inbound. He's able to find McNeely as we once again get it rolling. He's going to be trapped over at the top. Oof. And it looks like a travel there. Had to keep his balance. That's a tough position here for Bundridge. He protected the front court, or the over and back, but by doing so, unfortunately, had to travel. So Chiles trying to close out the quarter. Want to keep this one within striking distance. Official scoreboard says it's a 23-point margin. Try to go up top, looking for the lob from McAllister. On the back, looking for Sawyer Stone. Chiles able to prevent it. McNeely, traffic, good feed off to Wilson. Chiles, those are some big points here to get to 13. Trying to beat the buzzer. McAllister doesn't get the roll. As we'll go to halftime. 34-13 here. MACLAY with the advantage here at the halftime break. So, of course, a reminder here from the PA announcer. Head on over to the Snack Shack. I agree. Go get yourself something to eat. Maybe that's what we'll do during this quick commercial break. Come right on back.
Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted. Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted. Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted.
And welcome back here to the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Andrew Joop here from Chiles High School, up on the north side of the capital city of the Sunshine State. Showtime MACLAY Marauders going against the hometown CHILES Timberwolves. Doubleheader here from Chiles. Second half getting ready to kick off. Of course, we're at the second half action here of our doubleheader, the guys' game. The girls from the Timberwolves winning in a big fashion in their matchup. Over on the other side, it's MACLAY winning big so far against Chiles. If you're looking at the scores and you were with us in your first half, you're like, what is happening? Understandable. We were talking about how they should correct the scores. We believe that they're missing 2 points for Chiles. They since have corrected the error and is now accurate. So we said it was 34-13 going into halftime, which was correct. But they have since corrected their mistake, and so 34-15 is the official score. course, part of the fun here. That's just a picture, a glimpse of prep basketball. But let's get back to the boys. It's been a fantastic game out here today. MACLAY is as advertised. Sawyer Stone with one of the meanest throwdowns I've seen off the alley-oop from McAllister so far here this season. But a lot of fun play, man. MACLAY, they are going to be dangerous in 3A. We're talking like Final Four and beyond here as we get ready to get rolling. Of course, Blaze Wallace leading the charge. Here, Podgorski. We talked about Stone, McAllister. McAllister, he's like an ideal point guard. He's what you want. Crafty, but also controlled. Great distributor. And he knows. He's got some absolute ballers that he's playing with. So just dish the rock, and he'll be good to go. But how about McNeely for CHILES Timberwolves? He's billed as the junkyard dog. Of course, doing a lot of the hard stuff. Good effort. Great motor, says Coach Phillips as we head against to catch up with him during the girls' game. Pitch on out. Wilson, triple from the far side. A little too strong. Does not go. Michael Grant with the rebound. Let's run down the five going here for each team. Colin McAllister, number 1. This is MACLAY first. Sawyer Stone, Michael Grant, Blaze Wallace, Ezekiel Podgorski. That's his three-point attempt. Tag them all up from the far side. So those are your 5 here for the Timberwolves, along with Sawyer Stone. Deflection by Stone. And this one's going to be poked free. Great jump from McNeely on over to the front court to Wilson. Spins off the baseline. Beautiful take. That's just some good practice right there. 5 on the other side here for CHILES. Easterling, number 0, number 1, Isaiah Bundridge. Number 3, Kellen Quiggins. Obviously, we talked about number 22, Davis McNeely, and number 21, Dominique Wilson. The 5. Swung around McAllister, left side triple off the mark, routed around, does not go. Quiggins coming away with the rebound here. 6.5 to go in quarter number 3, the second half. CHILES trying to dig their way out of this one. Big deficit, left-handed take. Wallace, the rim protector, makes Quiggins turn around here. Come back to the CHILES bench corner. Wilson, baseline, nice little stop and pop. Good shot attempt, but does not go. Back to MACLAY here. 20-point margin that we currently have out here. There's McAllister, Wallace, a little zone buster going down and then cycling back around to Michael Grant. Poke free, loose ball going to Michael Grant to McAllister. Oh, beautiful body control in the air, off the glass and down. McAllister, he is mean, dude. Woof. Here we go, a little full court action. Sawyer Stone leading the charge. Backing up, McNeely finding some pressure. Michael Grant got to break the 10-second clock. Did they get the timeout, or was it 10-second? And it looked like Coach Phillips able to slide it in there just in time as he takes a pause here. That's some good coaching there from the first year, man. The 4th year in the program here for Coach Phillips. Of course, first year as the varsity head man. And, of course, on the other side, Coach Eugene Granger. He's been at MACLAY for quite some time. Like we said, he's built a fantastic basketball program. Of course, kind of the catalyst, Blaze Wallace, the big 6'7" man in the middle, number 15. But, I mean, these guys got it going on, man. Michael Grant, of course, a good football player. Pitches in well. Is just a high-flying machine, well-oiled for the MACLAY Marauders. 17-3 season so far. On the wing, Michael Grant, triple from the far side, doesn't go. McNeely tips it to himself. They were looking for a carry. This kicks on out to the far side. Quiggins, fade away, triple. Big one for CHILES from downtown, back to 19. As we come up on 5 minutes to play. CHILES will need some more of those to carve out of this victory. Good cross-court pass. Podgorski, triple, long. Wallace able to get the rebound in the paint. Can't teach size. Wallace off the glass, but great positioning for him. Draws the contact. We have an opportunity at the end one. Substitution coming here, Sawyer Davis in for the Marauders. Podgorski will take a seat, as will Stone. Emery Rudrup, number 14, in along with number 32, Sawyer Davis, for the substitution cycle. So it's Davis, McAllister, Wallace, Rudrup, and Grant. And then on this side for the 5 for Chiles, it's McNeely, Quiggins, Atala, number 12, now in for Chiles, Wilson, 21, and Easterling. Oh, a little fadeaway off the strong foot. Atala, rebound underneath, put back for him, rattles around, gets it to go. So Atala, I believe that's his first bucket of the ball game. McAllister now trying to get things up and running in the paint. This one's rattled around. So good defense by Chiles. McNeely, nasty bounce pass at the cup. Can't get it to go. 2 Timberwolves crashing in. It's a run out. McAllister on the other end. And the Cherries get picked here. 44, says the scoreboard. So now 22-point margin here from MACLAY. Largest of the ball game. Quiggins with a prodding left-handed dribble. Does well to cycle back out of that one. Over the top, Quiggins, triple. It's the front rim and the support there for the basket that comes out from the ceiling. So, of course, Campbell coming in here for the Timberwolves. You get some cycled out substitutions here. As MACLAY once again gets us rolling. Inbound to Davis from Michael Grant. New substitution is Jalen Crawford, number 3 for MACLAY. McNeely, Quiggins, Atala, Easterling, and the new substitute Wyatt Campbell, the 5 for Chiles. Into the paint, looking for Davis. Dumps it back down. Double team here from Chiles. And MACLAY takes a quick TO. As they had it caught under the basket. So we're going to take one with them. Here for our Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Rolling here from Chiles High School. Here, bucket underneath, gets it to go. Michael Grant off the inbound there. 46-22. New margin, largest lead from MACLAY of the game, up to 24. Easterling, low left-handed take in traffic amongst the trees, gives it to Atala, cycles back around, over to Morgan. Cross-court pass, thought about it, back to McNeely. Little stop and pop, good drive by McNeely. Deuce able to go. Swung around over to the far side, there's Quiggins. Davis on the tick, trying to use the screen from Wallace. Pressure from McNeely and Morgan, good pressure there. Takeaway going the other side, Atala swings it on out. McNeely wants to set up shot for the triple, rattles around. Rim and backboard, does not drop. And looking to run is MACLAY. On over in the corner, look to collect a little bit. Sawyer Davis now with a touch. Up top here to Jalen Crawford. Nice fake triple from Crawford. And the rebound will go back to Campbell. Nearly going to take it off. Couple substitutions pending here. Miles Roberts, Brenton Gilliard ready to come in. Atala up top to Easterling. Deep triple. Does not go. A rebound to Grant. And an outlet to Crawford as he calmly will scamper up into the front court. Davis on the wing, looking for the triple right in front of the MACLAY bench. 3-ball corner pocket there for Davis. Balloons it up, 25. New game high. Easterling right in front of the MACLAY section. Traveling well these days is the basketball program. Morgan triple, front iron. Rebound by Crawford. He's looking to run. Pressure from McNeely, and this one gets jarred loose. Easterling guarded by Crawford. Nice cross there by Easterling in pressure. Euro step with the flip up at the cup. Does not get it to go, but fantastic movement there. Able to earn himself a trip to the free throw stripe. And Easterling's a baller as advertised. Senior leader here of this team. He'll have a deuce for Chiles. Here in quarter number 3. Free throw stripe is able to get one. So here are the substitutions we talked about for Chiles. Miles Roberts, number 20. Breton Gilliard, number 11, in for the Timberwolves. Second free throw attempt for Easterling is good. 26 now here for Chiles. So the 11. Swung back around, coming near side. Stone back into the ball game here for the Marauders, as is new substitute Evan Brown, number 4. Off the glass, Crawford. Strong take, Easterling. Being pursued there. Nice little outlet. The new substitute, Breton Gilliard. Easterling, deep 3 from the right side. 1, 2, 3 of those. As the big senior steps into that one. Had a 3 to open the game. I believe it's his first triple since. Good second quarter coming here, or excuse me, second half so far for Easterling. The take, and he said, if they're gonna give it to me, I'll just go ahead and take it. Does Rudrip. They left him all alone. They just took it right to the cup and put it in. Back to 22. Gilliard on the take, over to Easterling. Back to Gilliard. Looking at Morgan straight away. Triple. Off the side rim, does not go. Davis. Corral this one. Pressure from Gilliard. Crawford back to Davis. Gilliard tries to swipe that one. Stone. Throws it on the cutting Brown there. And this one will go out of play into the corner, as it'll be MACLAY ball. Looks like underneath the basket. Davis is going to get us going. It's Davis, Brown, Crawford, Rudrip, Stone. Going here. This is a takeaway by Landon Morgan in transition for Chiles. Lost the handle. And the buzzer does not get beaten. So just like that, quarter has expired. 51-29, the score at the break. Chiles on top. They're going to jump out for a quick commercial break. Come right back for quarter number 4. Joop, Joe Ward, Walter Weaver here. Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. And back here, Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. MACLAY and Chiles going at it. Fourth quarter, let's get it going. Big lead here from MACLAY. Chiles trying to carve into this one in the fourth quarter. Keep this thing going here. Big crowd out here from MACLAY. Having fun here. Of course, a north side rivalry. A lot to cheer about with their program this year. Big old crowd they brought out here tonight. Of course, when you're 17-3 and you've got a Showtime team like they've had this season. Only team to beat the reigning 3A state champs Florida High this year. McAllister triple from the far side. Of course, they beat Florida High 64-62 earlier this season. So McAllister seems like he's playing above his 12.9 average here tonight. Run out from McAllister. Oh, they tried to do it. They end up getting the deuces. Stone cleans it up. McAllister on the break tried to throw it off to the backboard to Wallace for the slam. Like we said, these guys like to run. They've got some showtime in them. That's a good rebound here by Podgorski. McAllister going to bring us back into the front court. So all the starters back in here to start quarter number 4. Podgorski, Wallace, McAllister, Stone, Grant. Off the take and off the glass. Good drive there by Podgorski. He adds 2 more to his tally. We're on the brink of going to 30 here. 29-point advantage for for MACLAY. Game high. Easterling, another triple. I believe that's his 3rd of the game. Like we said, having a big second half here. Swung around, Grant. Wallace thought about it. It looks like they're just trying to run some clock here, quarter number 4. Get into his set, spins it up top to McAllister. A little hesitation take with the right hand. A little bit of a slippery floor there. So that'll be a travel on back to Chiles here. Big old substitution package coming here for Timberwolves. Number 1, Isaiah Bundridge. Number 21, Dominique Wilson. Number 22, Davis McNeely coming back in. So Morgan, Campbell, and the boys will take a seat after some good hard-fought minutes. So here's your 5. 0 Easterling, 1 Bundridge. 11 Gilliard. 21 Wilson, 22 McNeely. McNeely on the take, good feed to Wilson in the paint. Quick take, able to corral loose ball, just goes up with it. Effective, good deuce there for Wilson. It was a jump starter earlier in the contest in the first half. Was getting it going. As we have a stoppage here going forward. So we just got you the 5 out here for Chiles. We'll try to cycle back through and get you the rest of the starting lineups here for these squads coming up. We talked about both these teams playing hot. Their last 14 games, both 11-3. Here's a little one for you. MACLAY, only team left undefeated in Big Ben play. 13-0 against Big Ben opponents. And they've been playing everybody. Godby, Leon, Chiles, Florida High, Rickards, JP2, Gadsden, NFC, Crossroad, also getting on the schedule. Everybody so far, the previous 13 matchups fall into the MACLAY Marauders, trying to go 14 straight Kings of the Bend here. Blaze Wallace on the inbound, trying to go up top. Stone with another throwdown. He had one early. And he's going for seconds. The visitors hit 60. And the former Timberwolf showing it off here down the stretch. Going into pressure, Gilliard. Cross-court pass, Wallace. Here comes a little showtime. Oh, double clutch. Wallace makes the student section erupt over to the left side. That's cruel. Don't do it to him, Blaze. My goodness. Floater, Wilson, put back from McNeely. This one's corralled by Grant. And a timeout here. Stone and Wallace having some fun, aren't they? These big guys can get up. How about the double clutch, though? The MACLAY student section now outnumbering the Chiles student section here late in this ball game. Of course, numbers are thinning, but it's been a great contest here tonight. Fun one between both of these squads. Highly competitive matchup. Of course, we talked a lot about MACLAY. Well-deserved. And, man, these guys are going to be a tough out come the 3A playoff picture. I'm hoping we can get these guys on different sides of the bracket because Florida High and MACLAY has the making of a Final Four game from that 3A classification. And I'm not just being a homer. Having seen Florida High, having seen MACLAY, woo, look out. These guys might meet up in districts too. Well, I guess they will meet up in districts. A little traveling violation here. New substitute, Tristan Lunt, number 11 in for MACLAY. So it's Lunt, Rudrip, McAllister, Grant, Wallace, the 5 here for MACLAY. Over on the other side, it's Atala, Gilliard, McNeely, Wilson, Bundridge. As they have a triple on the far side. There by Rudrip, new substitute. That's a good defense. Chiles able to break it. Wilson in the paint. Good little answer there. Coming off the new game high lead as we come up on 4 minutes. Here from this one underneath. Shot doesn't go, but Wallace, as he does, there to clean it up. Back to game high lead 33. Sawyer Davis looking to come in from MACLAY. Gilliard over to McNeely. Press coming all the way out to the volleyball line. 4 or 5 feet off the 3-point arc. McNeely to Gilliard. Pass hits the out-of-bounds line here. Davis is going to step in, and McAllister's going to take a seat. Get it going here once again to the Marauders. This one will be tipped away. Good defense there by Atala. McNeely, good body control, the hang and bang, beautifully done. Davis, McNeely. Good take to the cup, man. That is a tough task, trying to avoid big 6'7". Blaze Wallace. Fantastic athleticism to be able to do so here. Davis now with the dribble. On over to the far side for Lunt. Wallace getting the double team. McNeely trying to get into the cookie jar there. Gets tagged up with the foul. Substitution coming here for Chiles. Gabe Parks in for Bundridge. Here's we have an inbound coming. Lunt will get us going once again from that far side. Lunt take to the cup. Atala, good hand in there. Gets the loose ball. Tried to scoop it up underneath. Good block there. It's safe. But it looks like he'll get called with a foul. Number 23 of Chiles. Heard the ball sound up here. I'll leave it at that. Let you make the call, whether you're watching at home live or on demand. Thank you for joining us for the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Appreciate you tuning in. Whether you got the cell phone, a smart device, you're casting up on that TV with the Roku. However you may be coming aboard with us, we appreciate it. Thank you for supporting Big Bend sports here in North Florida. As Wallace gets a little stand and O, that may be it for the 6'7" man. As McNeely will bring it back up into the front court. Shovel it around here to Wilson, who's back in the game. He's a fun player to watch, too. Whoa, triple from in front of the MACLAY student section. Gabe Parks. Oof, looks like Wilson got knocked in the face there with a loose elbow. And so it'll be the 4th foul. I believe they're going to get Wilson on that one. That's tough. He gets hit with a foul, and then, or he gets hit in the face, and then he gets tagged up with a foul. As he tries to shake that one off. This one back inbound, a new substitution. Jalen Crawford, number 3, in for MACLAY, as they have a kickball out of bounds. Slater Bayless, number 12, also in for MACLAY. So MACLAY going small here. Good cut underneath the basket. Tristan Lunt taking it to the cup and converting there. And the visitors break 70. Over on the far side, another new substitution. This one for Chiles. Dylan Burgess, number 13. In, he's got some great neon yellow shoes. Very easy to identify Burgess. I don't want to make any assumptions, but He may be related to Principal Burgess, who's in the house today. Of course, a thorough supporter of all Chiles athletics. Sawyer Davis coming over to the far side, shoveled off to Rudrip, back into the corner. Davis wants a little splash in the three-point pond, but it's a little dry this time of year. Rudrip looking for a triple on the near side. And it'd be a foul underneath. Tries to wrap around. Bayless, 12 call with the foul as he was moving Wilson out of the way there. And so we have some more substitutions here as the lineup card is getting chaotic. Jamal Brown, number 2, in for MACLAY. He's joined by, of course, Lunt, Bayless, Crawford, and Davis, the 5 for MACLAY. McNeely, Parks, Burgess, Atala, and Besanth, the 5 for Chiles. Deuce for Burgess. So he's in and gets a point, his first of the game. How about a deuce for the young man? Triple from the near side. Tried to go for it there was Lunt. Dylan Burgess, just a sophomore. Already 6'4" man. Some good size and some good experience here as we go late in the season for Burgess. Of course, you got to think one of the staples going forward here. Some good varsity experience. 31-point advantage here from MACLAY as we go down the stretch. Coming up on 60 seconds to play. Looks out of play here, but last touch by the Marauders. So to be inbound over here on the near side. It's going to be Jeremy Besanth to get it going for the Timberwolves. McNeely's steering the ship here. Whoa, NBA range it looked like there for Parks. He's got the green light. And Crawford on the take. Burgess tries to get him there, but able to put it in. Good take there by MACLAY. Burgess now on the drive. Is going to pop back out, looking to cycle around. Over to McNeely. Ball fake, good cut in between the double team inside the paint. Kick on out, Parks, triple. Back rim doesn't go. Chased it down. Good pursuit there by Tristan Lunt. And he's been active here in this second half. Coming up on 10 seconds to play here. Davis inside the center circle. We'll see if he runs it out. He tries to get a buzzer beater going. And Coach Granger motions to him to run it out. And so he's going to jump on out, and we will have a victory here. MACLAY Marauders taking care of business. Big victory for you here tonight as we go final, 73-40. As we'll jump into a little post game here. As we clock in for our Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Like we said, post-game reports coming up. Chiles and MACLAY was the action that you saw here tonight. Fun contest going here. MACLAY absolutely rolling. This is a talented club, and they'll be dangerous going down the stretch, like we said. Of course, led by Coach Granger and the boys as they get it going here in 3A. The other side, Timberwolves. Good senior class to build off of here. Trying to make some noise in 6A with districts coming up. Of course, a fun matchup here for us in the Big Bend. Of course, you look on over it. McAllister, you know, you talk about players potentially of the game. Colin McAllister, big one here for MACLAY out tonight. Sawyer Stone. I mean, if you're looking for TikTok highlight reel moments, Sawyer Stone definitely leading the charge there. Had 2 monster dunks. Blaze Wallace, I mean, he's just putting in another night's work, right? Of course, averaging 20 and 9 a game is Wallace. He had a double clutch throwdown late second half. Fun one there. Of course, Podgorski A little bit of a hidden gem here for the Marauders, coming through big this season, averaging 4 points a game, says the score sheet. Hit a monster first half. He got it going early and often here, but a good time matchup here for the battle of the north side. MACLAY improves to 18-3 on the season. Like we said, they are now 14-0 in Big Bend play competition. Obviously, there's no Big Bend conference, but, I mean, these guys are out here for local bragging rights. I don't know what you're out here for. Of course, battle of the north side here tonight. Over on the other side, Chiles, you got to think Easterling would take your player of the game. A couple big triples that he had rolling early to keep them in the game, and then a couple in the second half as he was steering the ship. But a couple big players coming through here. McNeely, of course, Coach Phillips talked about kind of the junkyard dog, does everything. Really exciting player is McNeely. I agree. He's fun to watch, junior. So he'll be coming back next season here for Chiles. So exciting futures for both of these guys. MACLAY, they've been young for some time. They've been around for a while, but really having a breakthrough here in the 2022-2023 season. Of course, fighting through here, and there's 10 seniors on this roster. Oberst, McAllister, Brown, Jamal Brown, and Evan Brown. Tristan Lunt, Slater Bayless, Sawyer Stone, Blaze Wallace, Michael Grant, Sawyer Davis. You look at it, only 4 non-seniors on the roster. Crawford, Patterson, Redrup, and Podgorski. So, of course, the movement of the seniors, the time is now for MACLAY. And they've been a fantastic team to watch out here tonight. They've been getting it going on. So another feather in the cap as they look to kind of stretch what they have going on here this season. Like we said, both of these teams looking forward to districts to keep on rolling. And I think we're about final here as we conclude this one, as we're starting to leave the gym and everybody is kind of filing out. One of the last games going on here at Chiles High School for the season. Of course, they still have senior night coming up, but a good showcase here tonight as the playoffs on the horizon. But thank you for coming aboard with us here on the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. A little double trouble, double header for you out here this evening between Chiles and MACLAY, the girls and the guys. For the early game, Chiles takes the girls' game, MACLAY takes the guys' game. So a boys-girls split here from the north side. And that's about all we have here today. Thank you, whoever you may be joining us here on the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Andrew Joop, James Ward, Walter Weaver giving you the action here tonight. Have a great and safe rest of your weekend. Take care.